great thing about the Elgar, well, there are two great things about it. First of all, quite apart from the genius of the actual writing, the virtuosity, it's one of the very few pieces which uses a folk song. One of the few Elgar pieces, which is very unusual. And to me, it gives the piece a particular resonance. And the use of fugue in the piece, I think, is also very important. It gives the piece another resonance, so that it's a very rich piece in terms of references to music in general, fugue, folk song, the string sound, which of course is wonderful. And it's a very, very exciting piece to listen to. The Tippett Concerto has even more resonances, in my view. I happen to be a great fan of Tippett's music. I think his music tends to make me feel better. In fact, there was one instance many years ago when I was ill in bed and I heard the Midsummer Marriage, the opera, on the radio, and it made me feel better, without any question. It had a therapeutic value, and there are a lot of his pieces which have that kind of quality. But there are all sorts of references. There's jazz, there's the rhythms of the English madrigal composers, lots of syncopation, which of course cross-fertilises with the jazz. You've got English folk song, as in the slow movement. You've got all sorts of contrapuntal devices, a very rich mix of musical styles and techniques from all over, which is something I find personally very interesting anyway. The mix of different styles and things all coming together. And of course great tunes. I mean, it's packed with wonderful tunes and great rhythms. The Tallis Fantasia, well, the Tallis Fantasia of VW, in my view, is the greatest piece ever for strings. Partly because of the acoustic that it conjures up. It can turn any concert hall into a cathedral. It has almost magical power to do that, and I do find it a very moving work, and it's extraordinary the way it stretches across the centuries, and Vaughan, Williams and Tallis shake hands across the centuries, and I find that so moving. And of course it's so richly worked, beautifully written. He wrote many great masterpieces, but nothing greater.